Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video, I will be reviewing the new McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman 1989 or the Michael Keaton Batman. Now, I'm not sure how many times McFarlane have reissued this, but I think this is the first time that he was released as a single pack. Anyway, let us have a look at the packaging. So at the front of the box, there's a picture of sorry, there's a clear view of the figure. So you can see everything within that you are buying. Then on the side, it says DC Multiverse Batman 1989. Then at the back is a picture of Michael Keaton's Batman. I think this is from the movie. Then on the side is a continuation of the front window. And again says DC Multiverse Batman. The bottom, some legalese, and then the front, there's also a continuation of the front window in case you want to display the figure inbox. At least some light will go on that top. Anyway, enough of the packaging. Let us now unbox this and see if McFarlane did justice to this character in action figure form. Okay, so this is everything out of the box. So it comes with the standard McFarlane art card with a short biography at the back. Standard McFarlane stand with the DC logo. And then on the unique weapons and accessories, got the, I guess, grappling gun. That pretty looks pretty good. And then, if I still remember what's in the movie, this is the remote controlled batarang. Then the small radio, I believe this is the one he used to, I'm not sure, control the Batmobile and also like call Alfred or something. Then these two shurikens. Now the hands that are on him are the one that we're gonna be using in order to pose him on that gliding look where he flies, or well, he doesn't actually fly but glide. And then yes, an alternate hand, which I guess is more of the closed fist hands. So he has a set of closed fist hands, and then he has this one hand that is posed like this, which I guess in order to pose him when he's like fighting one of his enemy, wherein one of the hands are posed like this, and then the other, I think this is the right, yeah, this is the right one. Okay, and then I'm betting, I guess these are a pair of like weapon holding hands. I think this is for the smaller, maybe the radio or the shurikens, and then this one's for, I guess, the more bigger grappling gun, to hold the grappling gun. And then, of course, we have these two, um, I guess, buttons, which technically he will actually use in order to, so that we can pose him in that iconic glide when he uses his cape as a glide in order to fly on the Christmas tree. Anyway, those are all of the accessories. Now let us focus on the figure and see if there's any difference between this and the other versions of Keaton-Batman, which McFarlane already released. Now, I think by now, the Batman is already released like three times, and this will be the fourth time. It was originally released with the Batmobile, which I didn't get because I ordered the first release of the Batmobile without the Bat Keaton figure, and then I just didn't feel like buying again a Batmobile just to get the Batman figure of that one and you know correct paint of the Batmobile's what do you call that the top of the Batmobile. And then it was released as part of the Flash movie. Now the sculptors defeated me on that one because I never seen the light of day of the Bat Keaton with the mask on. The only version of Bat Keaton that I saw at retail, I still find at retail actually up to now, is the Keaton Batman without the mask. And then it was released the third time, which is actually this one, on the Ultimate Six Pack Batman. Now I was able to buy this from someone who actually sold the his Ultimate Six Pack Batman by piece, meaning I was able to buy this one, the Bat Keaton, and then the Pattinson Batman, and also the Christian Bale Batman. So I was able to buy the three of those. Oh, actually, I think I was also able to get the Batman Forever version after I discovered that the single release doesn't have the correct color. Anyway, I'm going off topic here. So technically, the Batman on the right side is the one that is on the Ultimate Six Pack Batman, and on the left side, with the golden belt, is the one that is just released now. Now, is there a change? Yeah, actually, I think there is because first of all, the head sculpt are different. Actually, the whole cowl is different. Let's have a closer look. So the head sculpt of the new one is actually better. I like that one better. And then if you will see the cowl, the part of the cowl that connects to the shoulder, I think the one on the new one is more on the classic version. And yeah, you can actually see the body itself. The Batman 1989 version is more sculpted to look more like the like a muscular body, unlike this one, which looks more like an armor. Yeah, so basically this is the Flash version. What other difference do they have? Okay, even the hands are different, legs are different. I think the boots, yeah, boots are also different. Okay, so technically this is a completely different mold compared to this one. Now, I don't know if this 1989 mold is a new mold or is a version of. No, I'm pretty sure all the Michael Keaton that they released before are all from the Flash version, and this is the very first 1989 Keaton. And to be honest, I like the body mold. The only thing that I don't like about this one, well, I'm not saying that I don't like, but uh, if we want movie accuracy, we all know that Michael Keaton's mask cannot move. It should be fixed. So this should be one piece. But I don't know. Why would I complain if they designed it to have articulation? Well, maybe I'm gonna complain about it because it is not movie accurate. But I'm thinking that maybe I was actually wondering why they released this, and then now they announced the whole Batman Returns line. Maybe maybe that will be more accurate sculpt when it comes to the cowl, and then it's gonna have the same body mold. Now, when it comes to the Bat logo, I think that is more accurate to the movie. And yeah, I do remember the belt of Michael Keaton's Batman being gold. How about the shoes? Now, the shoes, I guess, due to licensing reason, they did not make it look like the rubber shoes that was just painted over. Anyway, the other thing that I don't like about this one is they use this material again, because if you will ask me to choose, first of all, this is not a wired cape because, well, I think it's because of the reason that the selling point of this one is that it's gonna be posed on the gliding version. But yeah, I do prefer the old material that they use, which is more matte, instead of this new one that is more shiny and glossy at the front, and I think it's less glossy at the inside. Yeah, I prefer this one because it drops down better, more naturally, as compared to this new material that they are using. Anyway, that's my comparison between the two, and let's have a more close look at the figure. So here is a complete 360-degree look of the figure in the specific pose which I think McFarlane is trying to sell this figure. Now, this is the one thing which I guess McFarlane never learned. Because I do like the guy. I love him as an artist. And sometimes I guess this is one of those things that he thinks about, that he want to sell this figure on a specific pose. But yeah, I think what McFarlane never learned is that action figure characters is different from the static figure or the statue collector, because this pose, I think, will definitely look good if he was selling a specific statue. But for an action figure form, is it really enough for you to sell it separately? I mean, for an action figure collector, this should have been just one thing that he can do as an action figure, and not the main reason why you will buy him, because we will not post him in the shelf in that, we will not keep this figure in that pose in the shelf forever, because as I said, it's an action figure collect it's an action figure, and action figure collector are just different from statue collector. I'm not saying though that this is bad, but nah, I think this would have been translated better if he just sold the statue in this specific pose, which he is trying to replicate. Anyway, here's some close-up look of the figure. Again, as I said, guys, the head sculpt is actually pretty good. I think the mouth does look like that of Michael Keaton. And that bat logo, yeah, definitely. And there's the torso, which, yeah, I think it is well sculpted. And yeah, and so there's the full close-up of the front. Now here's a close-up of the side of the figure. Close-up of the other side. You know what, guys? As I look at this figure on a closer view, I'm actually starting to appreciate this mold. I think this is a new body mold. And yeah, it does looks pretty good. Now for the articulation, you can look down that far. You can look up that. Oh, that's actually pretty good. You can look up that far. Side to side tilt. And so that's it for the head's articulation. Then the hand and shoulder can rotate like that. Then you can do the T pose, bicep cut, double jointed elbow, and then there's actually that trademark. No, it's not trademark, but McFarlane style bulk up there. But no, I don't think it helps for any additional butterfly articulation. Anyway, for the arms, double peg rest. It can do that. So for the hand, can do that. Now for the abdominal cut, can do that. Then waist rotation, so you can lean back. You can lean backward pretty well. And I don't know, McFarlane has not perfected this, but he cannot lean forward that much. Side to side is okay. Now for the legs, thigh swivel, there's a little there. Then you can kick forward that much. You can kick backward that much. So you can actually do the split, double jointed knee. Then this can do that. Then can be moved backward, forward. That will be on the way. To articulation. And then you can do the split pretty well. So that's it for the articulation. Overall, this is actually a pretty good figure. I think it's a completely new mold. And if you are a fan of the Bat Keaton, this is definitely a must-have. But now that the Batman Returns figure was already announced, which wherein there's another Batman Keaton in that wave. But to be fair, I don't think it is a build-a-figure wave, so you can. Yeah, I just realized now you can just not buy the Batman if they will be releasing it the same as this one, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure McFarlane will be changing something else from this because I've learned my lesson when I pass on the six-pack Ultimate Batman because I thought that the Val Kilmer, Batman Forever figure will be reissued when the Batman Forever week comes out, and it turns out that the Val Kilmer Batman on the Mr. Priest collectible wave was really colored very bad. It doesn't even, I don't even have an idea why they decided to paint it that way. So in the end, I just gave up and bought the Val Kilmer Batman Forever version from someone I think it's from the same guy where who sold it by piece. And I'm just lucky that the Val Kilmer one was still not sold. I'm thinking that that may be the same thing here because I want to say that maybe you can put on hold on this one unless it's already sold out. Because let's face it, Batman will always sell out. I think on pre-order this already sold out. So I'm not even sure if it still makes any sense if I say maybe put a pause on getting this figure and wait if the the one on the Batman Returns wave is better. It's a better version of this. But yeah, I've already been wrong once when it comes to the Val Kilmer one, so I don't want to say what if in the end that is gonna be a bad one and this is actually the better version. Anyway, guys, I'm going in circles here, but bottom line, this is actually a pretty good figure. The mold that McFarlane did to this one is actually pretty good, and when I look at the closely on the head sculpt, it does actually look like the Val Kilmer mouth. The sculpt of the mouth of the figure actually kinda reflects Michael Keaton. Sorry, not Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton in a way on a specific angle maybe. And yeah. Anyway, guys, you decide, and if you want to get this or wait till that Batman Returns wave. Was there any change on Val Kilmer? Sorry, I keep saying Val Kilmer now. On Michael Keaton's Batman costume on Batman Returns compared to the original first Batman? I don't think there is any. Man, that is actually embarrassing for me who is a huge Batman fan. How can I not be sure in answering that question, which I ask myself? Anyway, guys, if you know the answer to that question, if there's a difference between the first movie costume of Michael Keaton versus the Batman Returns one, can you please leave it in the comment? And as usual, guys, if you reach this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my video, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, enjoy life and keep collecting.